Do you want the most up-to-date and newest Origin mod for Minecraft Bedrock Edition that allows you to do things like this? Well, if so, stick around. Now, this is all thanks to the Origins BE add-on. Of course, if you want to download this for yourself, the download will be in the description down below, so go check it out. But while you're down there, why don't you leave a like, comment, and subscribe? We greatly appreciate it. So make sure you have both the resource pack as well as the behavior pack enabled. It does not require any experimental gameplay features, which I think is pretty cool. And other than that, you can generate the world. So here we are in the world. And now to begin, you just kind of have to either move around or break something. I'm going to break something like so. And that'll bring up your origin menu. So once you have it like so, you can choose your origin. Now there's a whole bunch of origins. So let's check it out. We've got the human. We've got the llama. We've got the fox. We've got the rabbit. We've got the raccoon lord. We've got the avian. We've got the arachnid. We've got a elytrian, the shell, duck, cow, froglin, sheep, slime. You get the point. There's a whole bunch of them. Some new, some you probably haven't seen before, and some you have seen before, like the bee or the starborn and such. So there's a whole bunch for you to choose. Now, I'm not going to show you every single one of these. I'll go through a couple just so you can get the feeling of what this add-on entails and how well polished it is. So let's start off with one that everyone knows. Let's go to the Enderian, which is basically a cool Enderman one. Now, if you do not know what Origins is and such, I recommend you go check it out before you watch this video, because it's a pretty cool thing. It basically gives you superpowers. So here we are, we're an Enderman now. We're taller than average and such, and we've got a big chunky arm. I believe we're 3 blocks now, so we can't fit underneath 2 block high blocks, which I think is pretty cool. And you can see we have the primary power, which is basically your superpower. So as an Enderman, I can basically throw an Ender Pearl and it lands. And as you can see, it recharges and then you get given your primary power back. So that's basically how this add-on works. And as you can see, that's basically very cool about the Enderman. Now, of course, I have some weaknesses, such as if I were to go over to the water here, and if I was in survival, I would actually start taking damage in water because, you know, Endermen don't like water. So that's a cool little detail, and each origin has a positive and a negative. So let's get to another origin. Now, you can actually craft the Orb of Origin in survival, but for the sake of this, I'm just going to steal it out of creative. It's quite expensive to craft in survival, so you can check out on the MCPE page on how to actually craft this Orb of Origin. But we're going to right now right click and get transformed back, and we can choose our new origin. So let's go to the bee. So you can see bee, you can get by sneaking and using a glass bottle on a flower. You'll fill it with honey, which is pretty cool. You can float upwards by holding the jump button. So basically, we're tiny now since we're a bee, but we can kind of float. And to prove this, let's go to survival. And as you can see, I can float. I'm a little bee. Very cool. So now just to prove that I can scavenge honey out of plants, let me get this glass bottle over here. And all I need to do is crouch and right click to get some honey. So crouch, right click, and as you can see, I've got a honey bottle. So that's pretty cool. So let's move on to the next one. Now I'm gonna probably do 2 more. You can check out the rest. So let's go to something that's not normally seen, such as the fallen angel. So basically, this is a cool one. It's probably one I haven't seen much of, but here we go. I think we're a bit tinier. Let's see. Yeah, we're just under 2 blocks, so I don't think we are 2 blocks. And then we have this special power, which kind of leaps us in the directions. And we got wings, which I think is pretty cool. As you can see, elytra. So there, that's pretty cool. And of course, there's a whole bunch of plus signs and minus signs for your origin. But let's go to the final one, such as, let's actually leave it up to random. So let's go to random, and I got troll. So as you can see here, you always have a flint and steel. Sneak to get it back if you lose it. Troll protection immune to fire damage, takes less damage. Close the pockets. You can pull out a block of TNT out of your back pocket every 30 seconds. So that's pretty cool. So let's do that. I can see I'm very small, just like normal trolls. And then we can get ourselves a TNT and light it. I don't think I'm explosion proof, but I am fireproof. Okay, they lied to me. I'm not fireproof. But that's basically how this origin add-on works. Now, before we end this video, I'd like to say that you do actually have a few extra things you can check out. And that's actually with commands. So if you go origin like so, you can view your origin. So view origin like so. And now we should be able to see our origin. So as you can see, I am the troll. So yeah, That's pretty cool. And then finally, if you are up, you can actually use /configure GUI to get more stuff about the Origins add-on, and you can customize a whole bunch of stuff. You can view Origin, you can set Origins on players, you can toggle Origin visibility and such, so there's a whole bunch you can check out. But other than that, I hope you did enjoy this amazing Origin add-on. I just gave myself a TNT, so I'm gonna go blow up something right now. But other than that, I hope you did enjoy. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.